Switch presentation at Seacoast Banking Corp of Florida. It's a NASDAQ listed stock trading their ticker SBCF. Stock's had a pretty nice year in 2013, but it's cooled off from the highs, falling from 246 all the way back down to a pretty good support level right around $2. See, that's also tying in with this 200-day moving average. Little bit of an up day to end last week, 161,000 shares traded. Generally speaking, it's a kind of thinly traded stock, as is often the case with regional banks. But because it's sitting on that support and trying to hold over top of this 200-day, this is one we're going to keep an eye on going forward, see if it's going to make another move off that support level. Now, a few different things to note, of course. MACD is making lower lows in this downtrend, but also looks like it's starting to curl. You can see the histogram bars climbing back towards zero, meaning it could be looking to break out of this little wedge that's forming. See the histogram bars in general trending upward. And with those things in mind, we'll be looking for the bullish cross and for the MACD to try and break back through zero to show the chart's going back into a bullish trend. Similar look to the PPO. ADX is in a relatively neutral position, only registering a 16.5. I'm not crazy about the negative DI being in its position, because it looks like it's actually trending upward a little bit. But fact remains, it is still around 20. It's not very high. Those components could all switch positions pretty easily. Right now, pretty neutral. See, generally speaking, money flow index moving downward, but again, the price per share is falling from those highs, so not getting a great deal from the money flow. Accumulation distribution, that is basically holding a flat line anyways, maybe a slightly lower low, but generally stuck in a channel, which signals that buying and selling pressure is somewhat equal over the last few months. And you can kind of get the same feeling from the shake and money flow, fluctuating from being in the green, which says buying pressure is outweighing selling pressure, to down in the red, which says selling pressure is outweighing buying pressure. It just kind of zigzagging back and forth through there, indicating some indecision. CCI down low. Even bottom feeders will look for this to break above negative 100 before considering it a buy. Of course, the technical buy point doesn't come in until the break of positive 100. Clearly a long way for that to go. Full still, buried in oversold condition, making a turn, but I don't put a whole lot of faith in that until it starts to move up. I want to see it above 50 and holding above 50 to show that momentum is being sustained in the play. In the tricks, you can see how it kind of resembles the MACD, but it's a lagging indicator. Just recently dropped a bearish cross. All I'm looking for there is for another rotation, a higher low, and for an upward channel to be established, with ultimately want to see the tricks hold above zero to indicate a bullish trend for the chart. The relative strength index, they have rotated, starting to move back towards 50. You can see the stock price has fallen off from $2.30 highs back down to $2 over a course of about 2 weeks or so. So there's just generally not much momentum building this. It is starting to move the right direction, but again, I don't put a whole lot of faith in that. The big thing for me is holding the support level at $2. Now there's some more support down here around $1.95, but I don't want to see new lows be made, because ultimately what can be going on with this chart is a downward channel along those lines. So that's why it's important for me to see it hold this support, essentially try and make a little double bottom through here, and hold the position over top of the 200-day, and try and get back over top of this 50-day to get it trending back upward again, and overall give the chart a very bullish look. Now from a resistance standpoint, it's going to be some right there around $2.20. I'll go ahead and pull that up a little bit higher, up to around $2.25, because of being the recent highs. But you can see back through here, $2.20 was a clear level of resistance, and even through this area, it had a difficult time moving and closing above that level. So look for resistance start to heat up right through that area. Of course, if it can make it through, top end resistance up around $2.45. And from that longer term view, that's where we're talking about seeing higher highs be made to accompany this overall pattern of trying to channel upward along those lines. So from a short-term perspective, it's a little double bottom. Broader perspective, it's a pretty nice upward channel, but there's a lot depending on it holding this support level and trying to get over top of these key moving averages. And those are the type of things that I'll be looking for in the SBCF chart. But as always, merely my interpretation. Thank you for watching. Trade smart.